Alhamdulillah wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. We are going to catch inshallah for coronavirus. Today is Thursday, February 13, 2020. And it has been about a month, or actually coronavirus started in mid-December, so it's about nearly 2 months now that it exists. Now, what is the point of catching for this? We're going to see from the jinn's point of view what is happening. Is there anything linked to jinns, linked to magic behind this thing, and what is happening to the jinns in China? And also, we have done previously catchings for the situations of Muslims in China, Uyghurs, that are suffering too much. So we're going to see if there's any link with those catchings we have done and this virus that has the terrible virus that has arrived. And also China, in that catching you can review it, are doing a lot of harm in the world, as for example in Africa the Chinese projects are destroying the people and destroying the environment, and mostly they are done by corruption. And the Chinese will bring all their workers and food and everything from China and not do any technology transfer to that country. So the country will just pay, and they don't have even a way to check if the job has been done properly or not. So anyway, so maybe as a result of all that, as we say, the karma rule, what you do you get. That is a worldwide known rule in all cultures. So maybe this will be an occasion for the Chinese to change their behavior and stop harming people, because as you harm people, so in the end something is going to happen to you too. So I'm just going to read the latest news on coronavirus, today's news. So first news is just titled, the epidemic has extended to the world economy. So it is affecting China, but because China is so heavy in the world economy, so all the world economy is being affected by the coronavirus. Now, second article, coronavirus, the counting is exploding in China. So we are still in the period of expansion of the virus, where things are going very fast and very worse. And Peking has cut off many heads. They changed the responsibles of many things. Well, that does not mean that those people did a bad job, but just because the situation is very bad, so maybe of course they will choose the most strongest and determined responsibles to give them those responsibilities, as it's not a normal situation. So I don't think that is because those people in charge were bad people, just that you have to put now the strongest people, you have to give them this responsibility. And coronavirus, the Chinese quarters of Paris is deserted by clients. So in Paris there's a Chinese neighborhood with their businesses and restaurants and everything, and now it's empty. And it doesn't have any meaning. There's no coronavirus there. But people are afraid. You see, people are afraid that these guys are Chinese, maybe they have, so they don't go there. So what is happening in Paris, of course, same thing is happening all over the world. So whenever anyone sees a Chinese person, he starts being afraid. So the people are avoiding all Chinese businesses in the world. So that is the latest today's news. So off we go, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن وليي الله الذي نزل الكتاب وهو يتولى الصالحين أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير. C'est bon? It's okay? So what's happening in China with this coronavirus? One pillar has been put in the earth in a depth of 30 meters. It was to make an explosion, because the United States are afraid of the domination of China. So we were sent from there to put that. It was the heart of the whole thing.
Oui,
You mean an explosion of the virus?
oui, oui, c'est une souche qui a été produite
It is
de manière
the virus was produced chemically.
et qui a contaminé la végétation.
And then affected the vegetation.
Oui, la végétation nourrit la faune.
And the
et la faune
vegetation
nourrit la population.
goes to the animals and then it goes to the population.
Oui,
But how long ago was this done? Ça fait combien de temps?
la plantation a été
The
installée
implementing
il y a plus de 3 mois.
was done more than 3 months ago in your time.
Chez nous, ce n'est pas exactement
But for us, it's
comme
not
ça.
the same.
Oui, mais ça doit faire quelque chose comme 3 mois.
So it's about 3 months. And this virus that was implemented by the United States in China,
Oui,
is it linked to jinns and magic or is just a chemical weapon?
une loge franc-maçonnique a travaillé sur ce projet
The
depuis
Freemason
de nombreuses
Lodge
années sans
has
avoir
worked on
eu
this
un
project
résultat.
for years without reaching the results.
Oui, ceci était la première expérimentation de terrain.
This was the first ground experience.
D'autres projets sont en cours.
Other projects are still ongoing.
Oui,
So the virus was sent and also jinns were sent with the virus.
oui, absolument.
Yes,
Puisque
absolutely.
nous,
Because
nous
we
sommes les
are-
amplificateurs
We,
des
we make the things easier, the symptoms easier.
Mais on a beaucoup souffert à cause de
Les
ça.
simplificateurs ou les amplificateurs.
Amplificateurs.
Oh no, they are amplifiers. They amplify the symptoms. But they say we suffered a lot because of that.
Et on n'est pas content du
And we
tout.
are not happy at all.
Non, on nous avait pas prévenu de
We were not
ça.
warned that this
Nous
will happen to
sommes
us.
malades aussi
We are also
pour
ill.
un grand nombre d'entre nous.
Many of us. Okay, let's call all the jinns that are ill. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم ملك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم ملك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Qu'est-ce que tu me veux à moi?
Tu n'es pas, you're not Muslim yet?
Non, pas encore.
Okay.
Je regarde ce qui se passe.
I'm just watching what's happening
Surprenant.
and I'm surprised. So tell us, what do you see?
Je vois une lumière qui descend.
I see light coming down. That is repairing. Oh, they're cuts
Déformation.
and they're abnormal
Qui les
forms,
grandit aussi.
and they also get bigger.
Oui.
But where did you come from?
J'arrive d'une province voisine. Je suis pas directement concerné, mais tu m'as
I'm
fait
just coming
venir
from
quand même
close
aussi tous
place.
mes frères.
I'm not concerned.
Oui.
Okay,
On se demande pourquoi tu fais ça.
we were wondering why you're doing
On
that.
a été attiré par l'appel.
We were attracted by the call. So you're not from China,
Non, on est
No.
venu des mers.
huh? They came from the seas. Okay, okay. Call all those who are interested by this light. Tell them to come and take the light. الله النور السماوات والأرض 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 الله النور السماوات والأرض. وعليكم السلام. Everybody's Muslim?
Oui.
Okay. So I want to know the... Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Yes, I want to know the non-Muslim jinns in China. How did they see? Now, we had the jinns that came with the virus to spread it in China, and they got ill themselves.
Oui.
Huh? Now, I want the Chinese kafir jinns that live in China, and what happened to them? How did they see this coronavirus epidemic?